everyone, it's Dora. Happy 2021, everyone. My sincere apologies for being away so long, but I promise you, I have good reason. But first things first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dora K. Fulton, and on this channel, we talk all things motivation and some creativity in the mix, as well as entrepreneur life, because I am an ESL teacher. ESL stands for English as a Second Language, and so I have my own company called Applied ESL, and I am the founder and ESL teacher of my own company. So I like to do some behind the scenes videos just showing you what it's like to be an online ESL teacher. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. You already know you got hugs, okay? Everyone gets hugs here on my channel. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to try my best not to make this video too long because I do have a live that I must do on my Applied ESL Instagram. I do a weekly series called Workbook Wednesday where I teach a free lesson based on my workbook, and I will have all the information under this video if you're interested, or if you'd like to support me, I would greatly appreciate it. And it's also based on video lessons that accompanies the workbook. So I have to kind of make this quick, but just wanted to come on here, give you guys an update because it's well deserved. And on top of that, I just want to thank you all for still being here. I really appreciate you all so much. Okay, so we are in 2021, and I'm really happy for that because 2020 was a very hard year for a lot of us for many different reasons. And of course, the main reason, which is the pandemic. And we're not out the woods yet, but I want to just take this time just to say, my prayers are with everyone. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are okay. Your family is okay because let me just say right off the bat that I just lost a friend of mine. He was a neighbor of mine, and unfortunately he's passed away, and that was a very, very it was just a very sad experience, to be honest. I haven't known him for a long time, but I will say that he was a very nice gentleman, and he will certainly be missed. So my prayers are with his family, and may he rest in peace always. And to those of you out there who may have lost a loved one or someone that you've known, just know that my prayers are with you and your families, and I really pray that this year will be a better year and things will hopefully be okay, because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I'm going to make this not so much it's going to be an update and motivational chit chat, because for those of you who are new to my channel, I started this channel talking about all things motivation, and I want to continue doing that. If you follow me on my personal Instagram page, I do a series called Coffee with Dora, where it's a motivational series about all things encouragement, helping you to feel positive when you don't feel like it. So definitely check that out. And I just wanted to just share with you that for me personally, things have been okay. Business has been going pretty well. I'm not going to say I'm where I want to be just yet, but I'm very proud to say that one of the best things that has come out of 2020 is I now have an audience on Instagram, especially where I have connected with fellow teachers. I've been on guest lives with fellow teachers. I've been able to promote my workbook. I've made sales on my workbook, which I'm super happy about, because who would have thought? It took me a year to make this workbook, so I'm very happy for that. And I have video lessons that I just launched last November, so I'm waiting for that first sale. Once I make that first sale, I'm going to be on top of the world. So I've been very, very, very active on my Applied ESL Instagram, to be very honest, and I've been very busy making video lessons for the Applied ESL YouTube channel. So I did not forget y'all. I honestly did not. But I've been really, really busy with business. But I'm going to try my best to come on here more often and at least peek in and say, hey, how you doing? Because you guys have been following me for so long, and the last thing I want to do is just disappear and forget. So thank you for still being here with me. So let's do a little motivational chit chat. This motivational chit chat is going to talk about New Year's resolutions and what it means to you. And I just wanted to start off by saying, if you don't know what New Year's resolutions are, they're basically goals. They are goals that you set for yourself that says, hey, in this new year, I want to accomplish the following. And many of us, well, I'm not going to say many. Let me say some of us do have resolutions, or they will say goals because they feel it's a little more realistic. But I'm just going to say to you out there that call it resolutions, call it goals, but I think it's important that in every new year, you should at least have at least one goal that you want to accomplish. That's a good start to a new year. It keeps you motivated, it keeps you positive because, 2020, I think if it taught any of us anything, that nothing is set in stone, and you have to somewhat be prepared for things that you may not be prepared for, if that makes sense. So having a goal, having something set for yourself is very, very necessary. It's very important. And I will tell you now that I'm the queen of goals. I'm always writing down, typing goals for myself. And I'm happy to say that I've accomplished a lot of my business goals last year. So despite all that was happening, a lot of my business goals did get accomplished, and I'm so grateful for that. But a lot of my personal goals were not accomplished. So let me just say now that you have the ability to turn things around. I've said this in previous videos, and I strongly believe that. And let me just say that one of the challenges I've had, which is something I normally don't have, is I felt very doubtful of myself. I started to feel a lot of self-doubt because I'm a new business owner, and the pandemic and personal situations, I'm just like, oh my God. But let me just say now that don't let that stop you from being great, because greatness is in all of us, and we have the power to turn things around. We may not be able to control the world. We may not be able to change people or our circumstances right away, but I am here to say that you are in control of yourself. And as long as you know that, then you can, as we say, roll with the punches. You'll know how to move forward. So I really want to stress that. Don't get too fixated on this word resolutions. A lot of people will come here on social media or even in your personal life and say, you must have a resolution. What are your resolutions? And you must. Go with your own pace. If you have no goals set for yourself right now, no worries. Let me say now that a lot of my goals usually come later in the year as opposed to the beginning. Sometimes I can have a whole list, and sometimes I have no idea what I want to do for the new year. So don't let that stop you or make you feel like something's wrong with you because you don't have 10,000 goals for a new year. Just have a goal. Start with one. I am the strong believer of baby steps, okay? And, baby steps are truly your best steps, because when you take your time and you focus on those baby steps, you will get to those bigger steps. And I can definitely tell you that has happened for me. I have, I want to say for my business, I have 6 major steps, okay? And then I have baby steps. And off of my list, I'm looking at my list now, I'm happy to say that 2 out of the 6 major steps came true. And I'm very grateful for that. But it took a long time. So again, you just want to stay motivated and stay positive. On a personal note, this is the part that I am not the best at. So let me extend my encouragement to you as I tell myself. We must take time to focus on our personal goals. It is very necessary. We don't do it enough. And again, I'm very different from most people. I don't like to follow trends here on social media. I don't always like to go over what everyone says. So I'm going to say to you, if you are a person where you're not about the trends and what everybody is saying, the do's and the don'ts, and how to glow up and how to do that. Again, these great advice. I watch a lot of these videos myself, but focus on you. What is your glow up? What does your happiness look like? What does your motivation look like? It's not about what everyone is saying. It's about what you say, right? Because you are in control of yourself. So put that focus on yourself. My sincere apologies for the noise. I was hoping, I said, please don't make no noise. And now, okay. Anyway, we will continue. I'm not editing this video because I want this to feel like a conversation. So we're just going to continue. But I want to make sure I leave you with this message that, focus on you and your happiness. One of the things I've learned, even as a married woman, is that sometimes, even in our relationships, we forget about ourselves because we're so focused on our spouses, or we're focusing on our kids, which you should. Yes, if you have children, you should focus on them, absolutely. And we focus on our families and things like that. But you have to take time to focus on you, because if there's no you, and with the recent death of my neighbor, and this happened just yesterday we found out he passed away. And it's so sad because I just spoke to him literally days ago, days ago. I just spoke to him and we were talking about the new year and things that we want to do and all this wonderful stuff. And he's not here to talk about it. He went on home to God. So one of the things I've taken from that experience is that we don't know when it's our time. And you don't have to be a spiritual person to know that. It's just a fact, okay? So take time to focus on yourself. Love your family, love the work that you do, but make sure you put you in there some kind of way, okay? And love yourself enough to do for yourself whatever it is. It's not about social media anymore. It's not about impressing anyone. It's not about having some type of validation. It's really about your life. Because I hate to say this and not to sound depressing, when you're not here, you're not here, and life will move on. And those same people you're working so hard to get that approval and that validation are not going to care when you're not here anymore. Okay, so we don't have the time to focus on that. And that's something I've gotten out of 2020. There are people that I really, really put too much focus on and thought, hey, they should care about me and they should support me in what I do because we're friends and this is how it works. No, they don't have to support you. They don't have to care. And you know what? Now that I have a clear vision of my path in my personal life as well as business life, you have to be a boss of your life, right? So you can't focus on all this stuff. So if people are not for you, no problem. You don't have to get mad. Let them live. Move on and focus on you, because the right people will follow, or as I like to say, will be part of the family. And at Applied ESL, we're all about family here. So if you're not for family, then you can't rock with us. That's my mentality. And if you want to support, you will. And if you don't, you don't have to. But we don't have time, friends, for this back and forth. Because as my friend, I'm trying not to get choked up. I just spoke to him not terribly long ago. And one of the most difficult things I had to witness is hearing his 70-plus-year-old mom cry because she had to walk in and see her son not here anymore. So again, we don't have the time. We don't have the time to focus on stuff that is not going to do us any good. So have a good 2021. Stay in your own lane at your own pace. There's no competition here. There's no rush. There's no anything. Focus on you and what you're trying to do and your purpose. And I promise you, things will turn around the way you want it to, and things will happen for you when it's time. And as I always like to say, it's on God's time, not our time at the end of the day. But you have the power to turn things around, okay? Just focus on your focus and on yourself. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for listening to this message. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to stop here and post. I wish you all a very safe and healthy and happy new year. Again, I hope this motivation resonates with you. Please share this video. Share my videos. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to support me and my business, check out my Applied ESL YouTube channel, my Instagram. All that information will be under this video. Thank you so much. Love you so much. And always try your best. Love you, friends. Take care.